are you recording the screen?
Yeah,
Did you record the screen?
yeah.
All right, all right. Welcome to the live on YouTube.
Well, how the hell do I chat?
Huh? I don't know. Figure that out. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, you're gonna have to get a laptop or something. Pull it out.
I do have a laptop. I was chatting last time. Hold on.
Well, I think once people are in here, they can chat down here at the bottom.
Yeah,
You
but
know
how
what
do
I'm saying? Top chat, live chat, all messages are visible. Got it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. This is the first time we've done this, guys. So stop. Top chat. Some messages, such as potential spam, and name, but all messages are visible.
Hey, I found it, vato.
This way, sunflower power said this is way better than IG. I hope
Hey,
so.
I found it,
I
vato.
hope so, guys. You
This
know what
way.
I'm saying? 'Cause this is what it is, man. Now, here's the difference. I don't have a bubble down here that Paul. Can you turn that down, please, sir?
My bad. Hey,
You know what I'm saying? In there like swimwear. What's up, Thomas? It's going now. I got these different names and stuff. So okay, there he goes. That's cool. So Third Coast Classics is in the house. You know what I'm saying? Grimm's in the chat. So we were talking about. Oh, do you remember? Do you remember what we were talking about, Grim?
yeah, your mama.
Oh man, what up, Doc? Have you called your mama lately? Thank you
Yeah,
for bringing that up. Have you called your mama lately?
yeah. When I talk to you,
Hey man, don't be talking about my mama,
we talking about my mama, man.
man. Don't be talking about your mama. Hey, who remembers that song, Your Mama? Who remembers? Oh, that's right. I said your mama. Don't be talking about my mama, man.
Oh, your mama.
Oh, your mama. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
bum,
well, now we got to get used to
bum, bum,
everybody's
bum.
name.
Okay,
Sunflower
stripper
Power.
song is Sunflower Power. Achinga. You know what I'm saying? And Thomas M is Third Coast Classics. Tom, man, Third Coast, I ain't gonna lie, man. You be asking some tough cold ass questions. I like to see your collection, bro. I mean, you got some dope shit. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you gave me you know what he gave me, Paul? That I have at the 311. You know he blessed me with
Well,
uh the album to I believe it was the album to Beat Street, the soundtrack. That bitches and Houdini, and then my favorite album because that's what I came up on was Houdini. Houdini, where the I mean the mix, the mastering, all that behind it, the beats, the rhymes, the album. Houdini, Escape is to me the coldest hip hop album of that time. Even up there with EPMD and Rakim and like Houdini, that motherfucker had like every song was a hit. Literally, name them. You know what I'm saying?
friends, uh, one
Brand,
love,
One Love,
uh,
5 minutes of front.
I'm a hoe,
I'm a hoe. You know what I'm
uh,
saying?
who else? Uh,
Come on. 5 minutes of funk.
5 minutes of funk.
The freaks come out at night.
The freaks come out at night. Hut, 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 hut one. You know, I'm gonna tell
So
you
on
something. I'm
the
gonna tell y'all something. So back in the day, when you talking about the Houdini, Shadow was. We used to go at Astro World. Who remembers Astro World? See, some of you youngsters didn't even get to go to Astro World. Astro World was the
wow,
shit.
watch, I'm gonna show you something.
So and back behind Astro World, they had Southern Star Amphitheater, and which was a big old concert spot they had built for all the youngsters out there, and they would have all kinds of rock and roll, everything pop and but all the hip hop artists would come at once, and it was every summer. It's called the Fresh Fest Festival. The Fresh Festival. Shadow, what was it? The Fresh Fest. Anyway, um, man, so Shadow would would show up, and him and his friend would all wear the same shit. They wear it was Ronnie Martinez. Where's Ronnie at? And Shadow and Ronnie were the only Mexicans, and it was some black guys. What the fuck? Is that yours? No, that's Eli's.
No, that's
Oh, that's
Danny's.
Danny's. He looks like
But he looked
Eli.
like Eli. He
Dude,
looked
he
like
looks like
Eli.
Eli. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So Shadow and Ronnie and their friends, they would we go to the Fresh Festival. We would just go for the girls. You know, I was in the rock and roll, but and Shadow and they would do so they have routines. Remember the routines y'all used to do
Oh
for the
man,
songs?
dude, at the Southern Star Amphitheater, I seen ACDC, the Fresh Fest. Who else, bro? We used to see all kinds of different
Oh, it
Ario,
was every artist,
Speedwagon,
every
Journey,
remember Duran Duran? It was Duran Duran. We saw Flock
Duranda,
of Seagulls. Remember Flock of Seagulls?
Flock of Seagulls. Man, look, Astro Southern Star Amphitheater, man, was the shit. Way in the back. If you had when it way in the back, and it would get packed, right? Because it really wasn't as big as you thought it was, but it
Ho-
was big.
Hold on,
They had
Shadow.
a hill. They had what?
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, but Third Coast said I have a CD by a dude named Weecho. Bro, I remember Weecho, bro, from B
Yeah,
Town.
yeah. From R.I.P. to
That
Weecho,
features
man.
Grim Lifestyle and Chalk Steely. Brother, Weecho was a bad motherfucker. He was a hustler, all the way from Baytown, bro. And man, rest in peace. And he came out, man, and he would get us on songs like nothing. You gotta understand, back in those days,
I wonder.
before that, we weren't charging for verses.
I
That was
wonder.
around the time we were charging for verses then. And so people would hustle and get verses off us, and we weren't we weren't cheap. Especially because we were, everybody was hot at the time.
I'm
All
not
these
cheap
guys,
now.
lifestyle, Chalk Steely.
I'm not cheap now, motherfucker. Motherfucker asked me the other day how much I charge for a beat, and I said, man, and I tell him how much I charge. Like, God damn. I said,
Hold on.
bro, I'll take what do you got? You know what I'm saying? I'll work with you. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder if Weecho was part of because Generic Posse came out of Baytown as well, and they were
Yeah.
around during the time that we were
I
paying.
don't think I
Not
don't think he
kind of.
was. I could be wrong.
I wonder if they, or maybe
He
they battled each other. You know what I'm saying? Third
Third
Coast.
Coast said I'm old as dirt as well, and remember the little recording studio booth at
Dude,
Astroworld next to Mrs. Baird's shop. Remember
bro,
the bread,
we were
the mini
just at the
loaf?
311 just talking about that yesterday, and I'm the one that brought up the mini loaves. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Yeah.
were $1, $1.25, and
Nah, they were a dollar, dude. They couldn't have been more than a dollar, bro.
no, they were about $1. You're right. It was about $1. Because remember we used to get Paul. Dad would give us $10.
Each,
He would
each.
give
It
us
was
$10.
20 bucks. It was 20. It was
It was
each.
$20. It was 20. He gave us $10 each. Back then, that was a lot of money, honestly. For people like, damn, your dad gave
That
you
was
$10.
$10 each to eat. To eat. It was supposed. It was for food.
Eat and drink. You know
Well,
what I'm
of course.
saying?
I'm gonna say. But what
Man,
would
we
we
wouldn't
do?
even use
What,
that shit to eat or drink.
but
We
what did
buy
we do? What did we
posters.
do with the money though?
We buy posters, or we buy T-shirts, or fucking somebody else
Hey,
something else.
hey,
Oh, but we
and getting back to the
definitely,
bread, getting back to
but
the
we
bread.
definitely went and got that bread though.
But look, we bought posters and other shit, merchandise.
What's up, Jordan King?
But we ate that
SPC.
bread. We would eat a cup of fries, get a dollar loaf of bread, and then buy one Coke and share that motherfucker.
Bro, we used to drink water, man. You actually back then you didn't even give a
We
fuck. You
keep the
drank the
cup
water from
and
the
pour the water in the cup until it broke. Remember,
bro.
until the bottom
Mom,
broke out.
mom would drop us off at Astro like it was a daycare in the summer. She'd drop us off in the morning, and then she'd tell us that when she said, "When I come pick you up, be right here at this time. If you ain't here, I don't know what you're gonna do." And so, but we made sure we was always there.
SPC Jordan King. What is it, man? Much love to both of y'all. God bless. God bless you, brother, man. SPC, man. That's what I love, man. See, Shadow would have never introduced me to the South Park Coalition, where would I be?
Oh man, shout out to dude, shout out to Dopey, really Dopey. Cause Dopey and me and him, we hooked up at Hartman. We was in the band together, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know he was in the band until we had did a talent show, and we kind of Sambo like interrupted their their show, and they chased us out the fucking. We all I thought we were gonna fight with them, but then the following week, man, I go to band and I said, and Dopey see me back his name, but what I'm talking about, Joe. He saw me and he was like, I was like, it's just what it is. So we talked, and and I guess both of us, if you know Dope, and you know us, like we don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So we talked about it, and we was like, well, what happened? Say, oh, well, think about it. You know what I'm saying? When he said, okay, I can see. And then after that, he fucking invited me to his house to break dance. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to move. And that's when I met his older brother, who was where
Dude,
who was on the 1200s. He had
dude,
the
so
real 1200s
bro, that's
and
when you
that
realize
realistic
you get
ass fucking mixer, badass 1200s, but this cheap ass mixer right in the middle, and that blew my mind. And after that, I
Chad, I'm gonna call you out right now, bro.
what?
We talk about this a lot in our meetings, man. And you're horrible about when I start talking, you need to what? What? Remember, we worked on this, bro. We work on this. I'm
Mm-hmm.
calling you out in the middle of the motherfucking show. And I'm telling you, man, every time, nigga, I start saying something, you're supposed to say, wait, what? Excuse me, remember, we're not supposed to interrupt each other. Never mind. All right.
I hear you. Yes, sir. Get dropped off and hit Ashworld and Water World all day long. Hell yeah, Water World too. Water World. I remember we used to jump the fence. Remember, Paul, right there by the bamboo shoot. You could go through that fence right there and just go because you had
No,
to
you
pay
had
for
to
the.
go in. You had to go in. It was really where the workers went, right? We figured out where the workers went. And you had to go in through that one fence and slide through. Because back then they didn't have no, there was no lock, no, so we slid through the gate. Then you couldn't go through where the workers went because then it'd be like, you're not a worker. So right before you went, we would jump. That's when we would jump the gate and get in, and then we just walk into the inside. Anyway,
That was
uh
crazy though.
on my grind,
Thunder
ready for
River.
another H-Town trip, Grim. The hard ass man, shit. Come on, man. Shit, I'm over here in Dallas, man. Believe it or not, Dallas, Metroplex, North Texas.
Boom, boom. But hey man, don't look at me like, bro. What you looking at, bro? Why
Why?
you looking at foot? Why you
Why you
gas
booing?
facing
Why
me?
you booing me, bro?
Because you in Dallas. Because you over there in Dallas, and I'm
Damn,
from
just
there.
because you, man, no
Y'all boo
love.
us. I'm gonna boo you.
No, I
Boo.
didn't boo. Who do I boo?
Huh?
I
I
booed you,
don't
man.
know.
I booed you, bro.
Did you did y'all ever meet Selena Quintanilla? Man.
You know, it's funny in passing, right? We never met. I never met Selena personally, and in sugar, shook her hand or whatever. And, no, in passing, yeah, because my dad's friend Jose Rinaga was into the music industry as well in the Tejana music, right? And he's
Right.
actually from Califas. And he was involved in a lot of shows. And when the Quintanillas would come, well, Selena and the group, he
Los
would
Dinos.
he had a lot of do to he would be in the sound. He would be working sound, or he'd be another
Right,
band
right.
that
He
was
was
that
usually
was
the sound man. He was
right,
usually he was
or in
one of the
another
best.
band that was playing, one of the slots. So he got to meet her a lot, and we'd be around him at a lot of these festivals. So in passing, right, he'd be the one. He's probably got pictures with her, right? I'm sure he's got plenty
I
of
know he
pictures.
has a picture with her. I think Dad has
He's
a
got
picture
plenty of pictures with
in
it
his
because he
office.
probably take the hey, look, here I am again. And so through that, but I will say this: after she passed, we did get close to the Quintanilla family by way of AB, and that's when he had the Cumbia Kings, and Carlos got really close with them, and believe it or not, Bert, rest
Rest
in
in
peace,
peace,
my
Big
brother
Bird,
Bert.
man.
Bert was the
For
one
real.
who was really into the Cumbia Kings and all that, and really got Carlos involved with the Kings because Bert loved the music and the whole onda with the Kings and everything, Carlos got involved and made it happen to where they crossed paths and they started working together. And
Right,
Bash,
and then after Carlos even got locked up, Bert even started. He was AB Quintanilla's the junior, of course, his man, basically his manager, his right hand man, and he started doing some rap shit. And shout out to Smoke Beats for Four Corner Hustlers, because down in McAllen, they had a studio called Brown Boy Studio, Brown Boy Entertainment, and we got invited. Myself, Bert called me and said, "Hey man, I want you to work on some rap albums that AB is going to start working on." And right about they were working on Chocolate album and the Joe Lopez album. Um, we were in the other studio, B or C, and we were working on two albums. One for Pura Neta, which is a group called Pura Neta, and Grimm did a song
I
for
remember that.
Mama. Grimm did a song for Mama with AB, and I sampled a sample, and AB went in. He said, "Oh no." I said, "Oh, we're not gonna. You don't like the sample?" And he was like, "No, no. I'm gonna call the guy who wrote that song, and he's gonna come and do that."
The fuck?
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, sure enough, man. The weekend, that same, all
Oh,
my
that's
cousin
right.
Mexican.
That was what's his
Remember
name?
that? And I can't remember the sample we used, but so that's when I got to meet AB Quintanilla. I never met Selena, man, to answer your question. I like to answer the question first, but to answer it, never got a chance to be honored to meet. But I've met her, Chris, and I met the family of the Quintanillas, and we worked with them for. I worked with them for about a year, down in McAllen,
I sure
going back
would have
and
loved.
forth.
I'll tell you what was funny was speaking about meeting Selena. Of course, Bash was around with all this, right? Bash and I'm really close with Bash. Me and Bash are really close. And Bash, this is when we were younger, right? And he's working with AB. He's working, doing music with them and everything. We were everywhere. And never forget, we were somewhere, somewhere else. And Bash looks at me and goes, "Hey man, I was this close, bro. This close, man. I could have met Selena, bro. Shit, we could have got together." And I said, "Shut your ass." He was fucking around. He's always fucking around, you know what I'm saying? The fucking bastard. Like, I could have met.
Bash worked in
So
Corpus
you're saying
Christi
there's a
for a
chance.
while. He was Ed O'Connor, I think. Ed O'Connor's.
No,
He,
Kanye's.
Kanye's. He was doing his album. Remember, because Bash had asked me to go down there and work on some beats at one time. They were y'all was in Corpus, and it wasn't far from where Selena had actually got shot. You know, and so I remember passing through that almost when we were going to that studio. That's kind of crazy. Uh, Carlos Coy, fifth child, 82. Carlos Coy, free in 5 months. Free in 5 months, Grimmy.
Well, again, we were talking about that earlier on Instagram and on the Grim and Shadow show on Instagram Live every Thursday, 7 to 8 o'clock. Um, we just were
Oh
talking
wow.
about that, and we were saying that we pray and we hope that he does come home. I mean,
Yeah.
we would love to see him home. It's long overdue. And he needs, but first and foremost, for his family.
Let us
It'd be
know. Let
nice.
us
It'd
know
be
in the
nice for him to
comments,
go on
guys.
tour. It'd be nice
What
for
you
him to
think?
do a show, but for his family first. So that'd be dope. The next question, look, Shadow, SPC Jordan King, Grim. I talked to Nip the other day, and I
Thanks,
told him y'all
Nip.
need to do a song
Salute.
together. He told me if I can catch up with him, make it happen, Shadow. Make
Oh,
it happen.
definitely. I will call Nip. I got his number. I seen him
All right, let's do it.
a while back.
I like
Definitely.
that,
I'm
Jordan.
gonna
Thank
call
you,
him
Jordan
tomorrow.
King. We're gonna make that happen, man. I would love to get with Nip. We can get together, man. He can be in one closet with the candles on, and I'll be in another closet with the candles, and we'll write a song
Check
together.
it out. Third Coast Classics. This is going back to the Astroworld thing we were talking about. You're right, and they had this little recording booth at the Galleria. Same thing like they had at Astroworld.
Oh yeah, I remember
He
that.
said we had two cats out at our school, North Shore, with black shirts with SPC.
And gold.
With SPC in gold letters, and he wanted it, but got destroyed by K Reno. This was in '91. Oh, I can imagine. K
Wait,
Reno,
wait, wait,
man.
wait. Hold on. We had two imposters because them shirts with the gold letters was was a path. You had to earn those.
Yeah, you had to
I
get
remember getting mine. I remember when I got mine, it was a, you know, talk about
I,
somebody who
you know
didn't
what?
want to rap in the beginning.
I don't know if I'm high or was high or all the time apart. I don't remember if I got my shirt.
Nah,
I
you
don't think
didn't got it.
I.
You probably didn't get it. No, Shadow. You gotta be a certain exceptional, type of person, bro. Just you
Ah,
can't be.
man,
Nah, I'm
this is
sure you
body
have.
face.
No, I never forget. I got one. When I got mine, it was right before we did a show in Clear Lake at a hotel. There was a hotel right on the water. I got my shirt.
Mario
I
for the
got my. I didn't
ATLs
rhyme
in
that.
here.
I wasn't rhyming that day, but I got my shirt to wear my shirt to the thing, bro. I never forget. It's one of those things you don't remember. You remember where you were with the gold letter. So it seems like somebody were imposters, and I guess he went in there and destroyed them.
Sunflower. He said, "What about Point Point Boy from the Los Marihuanos, the ones from Chicago?" Man, I remember when we did Latin Throne. It was, I think, or America, and the Los Marihuanos came down. They were some crazy, dope ass motherfucking Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? And but they I haven't seen or heard from them in such a while, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a blast from the past that you bring that up. That's dope. Fifth Child 82. Yep. Not this year, hopefully by 2026. Now, and I think he's talking about Carlos. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? He's been in there a while. They probably want to get rid of him. They probably want to get him out of there already. Trying to get
Jeez.
on their nerves.
Mario's in here. Mario, Atlanta, man. I already know my Mario, man. What is it, man? That's gas gang right there. Hold on, let me put my gas gang hat on.
Third close. Thomas Sammy said it was one Mexican dude and a brother at North Shore with them. That was like an honor. That's dope. That's dope. What's up with Skrilla for the Murderholics, man? Good question. Have y'all heard from him? Definitely, bro. He's up for parole. Uh,
That's
and then
funny because remember we used to have pin talk. We used to have that inside out.
yeah, we used to have this thing. It was called Inside Out on our Instagram, and that got shut down pretty quick. but
Bro, they gave
but
him time for that shit.
but
What the
but sorry, like oops.
Nah,
But
he already knew. He knew that what was
he
up.
knew he
Just
was he went
just to
in it
put it out there, he knew what was up when we started,
right.
and it happened.
Yeah. Shout
Hey,
out to
shout out to
Skrilla.
my boy Thriller, man.
He's a Murderholics, man. Actually, he's doing good. His family's supporting him. He's up for parole. We hope to see him soon, really soon. Monstro and me, we're praying every day. Just to, see that he comes home and that get the fam back. You know what I'm saying? And he's still writing. But if not better than ever. So shout out to Skrilla, man. Let's get him free Skrilla, free Bean,
So
free all our boys,
Mark,
free SPM.
Mark said, Mark Kidney said he did a song with him and Monster. I'm not sure if he, Mario. Who's Mario? The track he did with Coast went damn hard. Who's Mario?
So
Oh,
Mario's from Atlanta.
oh,
Come
and that.
on, man.
Come on, Shadow. Come on. I mean,
Gas
man, Shadow.
gang. Look at your hat.
Oh yeah. Let me see.
Anyway, uh Murderholics. So what he's talking about is Coast is a Murderholic member. In the very beginning, he was a Murderholic. And so he did the song that comes on Screwston, I believe it is Chop Screw, Murderholics, and it's Coast and Skrilla.
He said,
And
"What's up
so
with Pimptress?"
Pimpstress was probably the first artist to leave Dope House back in the days, and she did like how many songs would you say she did, Paul?
With Dope House all together?
Yeah, count them.
5.
And she made a mark with those 5 songs. You know what I'm
Let
saying?
me tell you why Pimptress was. First of all, Carlos wanted to write all her rhymes, and
Right.
she could write.
Yeah.
She could write. And he also wanted to mold her her what's the word I'm looking for? Her delivery. He wanted
Yeah,
to
because she had a different. She's from Honduras, no, El Salvador. She was
right,
like
El Salvador.
Rochi and her. They related because they were from Central America,
Right.
and
And what he was doing with Low G worked
she had
was
a different accent.
right. What he was doing with Low G worked, because he helped Low G in the very beginning with a lot of his because it in English, right? Because Low G didn't speak much English, but Pimpsters did, and Pimpsters was like Natalie. Remember Natalie, not the cat. Natalie, before she blew up as an R&B artist,
Seven. They
Seven,
later became her
right?
stage
She
name
was
became
another
Seven.
rapper, and who had her own voice. And I think
But
Pimpsters lost her voice. I don't want to blame it on Carlos, but shit, I mean, it, it, it is what it is, man. Carlos really wanted her to sound a certain way,
right,
and
because of her accent, but she didn't just come on Dope House stuff too. She came on. I think she came on one of the songs with Happy on the Lone Star Riders. But I mean, she made her mark, and she was from Austin. You know what I'm saying? She came from, so it was like an artist that Carlos had found, like, going through the circuit, going through the Texas circuit. And so he brought her to the. I remember when he brought her to the Dope House, and she came with her family and stuff, came with her boyfriend and everything. And she joined. She fit in with the family right quick. You know what I'm saying? And we mashed, did a few songs and everything like that.
what
But this just soon, just to me, is like as soon as she was there, before you knew it, she was not. You know what I'm saying?
what I loved about Pimptress, and I think the reason why Pimptress made a mark with the few songs and a few things she did was she was a strong ass woman and a strong ass person and you had
Oh
to be
yeah.
strong. You had to be strong to be at Dope House, and then even
And
stronger
then
to
to be a
be
female
a
rapper
woman,
a
female
female
at
at the
Dope
time.
House for sure.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she held her
And
own because
she
I
left.
don't want to
She
say,
left on her own.
bro. There you go again. There you go again. There you go again, bro.
Oh, is that what you were talking about?
That's what I'm talking about right there, bro.
Oh, okay, okay. Calm down,
That's
bro.
what I'm. If I keep going, we do these we guys we do these little drills when we have meetings, and he does the same thing at the
Meetings,
drill.
meetings, meetings, meetings. Don't start, Paul. Those meetings. What meetings? When? Anyway,
When's the last? You know what? You're right. When's the
what
last
was the
time you
last
had a
meeting?
meeting?
Okay.
Yeah, and you still don't fucking get it.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, close it up, man. For real though, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we got to get to the next question, man. You know what I'm saying? I see you, dog.
No, we don't. We're on YouTube.
All right, what were we saying then? What were we saying? What were we saying? My fault.
I forgot.
Sorry to interrupt. Did the two dudes, Warpath, ever do anything? Oh man, Warpath,
Yeah,
Warpath.
just like shoelace.
Shoot, they were advertising stuff. So there was you're talking about the Purity album. So that became this long, drawn out. Fucking. That was okay.
Why?
So
Why? Why did
the
he do that?
story.
Why? Tell him
Okay, real short, real short. The story behind that question. The story behind that.
the
Uh,
real, the truth. Tell him.
the real story. So Carlos, when all that during time, he was going through the Universal stage. They were recording him, and anyway, they wanted the third wish. Carlos didn't want to give him the third wish, so he was selling them on. I don't want an artist deal. I want a record label deal, a label deal. Some kind of like at the time it was No Limit, and No
Right.
Limit,
There we go. Finally, he gets to his
No
point.
Limit. Saying Master P had this huge roster, and every
Independently, though.
album would be like 11 fold outs of all his artists that he's putting
Right.
out. So
But
Carlos decided that he was going to do the exact same thing. And the Purity album, that's why if it's different, groups. Because really, the Purity album was the stuff that we weren't using, that we didn't use for other albums. They were features, okay? And we put them together as a mixtape. And it really was supposed to just be a mixtape that at that time we were going to sell at one of our at the shows, lower our shows.
everybody was
Because,
working on their albums because
right,
Carlos had told everybody they were going to put an album out. All those fucking people. Not
All of
just
them.
me, not just
So
Dochi, not just
everybody's working on
Rashid.
this shit. They got
So
songs
everybody's
in.
working on their albums, and he decides, which was really, I mean, early. I mean, once he said he was going to do this, I mean, it must have been a week, 2 weeks, and he said, "All right, I need a song from everybody." Shit, I had an album. I had, my brother and I, we've been, we're the type that we had
We were
songs.
like,
So,
which one
so
you want?
that's why I got two. That's why I got two songs on the album on Purity, because I already had Happy wanted to do Future, right?
Yeah,
Which he already did a remix to Future, and then we had what was the other song I did on that I have already ready? It
I
was
can't.
already these songs were ready. Was it Do As I Say? What was the other song I had on Purity? I had I'm Your Future. Just pull it up. I cover.
Follow my lead.
No, but
Uh,
on the Purity album, which two songs that I had? Future and remix or Watch the Block Bleed.
Watch the block bleed. That's where
That
the Watch the
that
block bleed came
that's the song that was another, and again with Happy, because those two songs were two songs that me and Happy had already worked on, and Happy was like, he
from.
made the songs for
So
me.
so that's why you had Warpath. Warpath was you know two guys that were together and man, my boy, man, he's in here all the time. You know what I'm saying? And he comes in, and God dog, bro. They were some beasts. You know what I'm saying? They were
Well, they
some
actually
beasts.
were musicians. They
They,
actually,
they, they were guitar rock and roll motherfuckers. Shoelace, it's like Shoelace was Carlos's right hand man whenever he used to sell his CDs, in the street. You know what I'm
he
saying?
was
And
a merch.
Shoelace
He was a merch guy.
was the merch guy. You know what I'm saying? So Shoelace, you know what I'm saying, and Kendra, you know what I'm saying? This Kendra, they were the couple that they
That was
were
the
always
thing,
they were always down with Dope House since day
right?
one, right? They worked in the house in the office in the Kenya and the Shoelace would go from. So Shoelace got it out because he was down. You know what I'm saying? So but I mean
Long
all
story
them
short,
boys,
the reason why they had all them people on it
Murder
because
Holics,
he was
24/7
trying he was
hustlers.
trying to promote to Universal that he
That
was
he's
making
got
a
a roster.
company. He had a
Yeah,
roster, yeah. It
he had
said
a roster.
Sunflower Power says, uh, which is who is Sunflower Power again, Shadow?
Now you gonna go make me go all the way back.
Okay, my bad. Why wasn't
Strip
Grimm
for
on the
some.
H Town Latin Mic Pass? We need that verse. You know what's funny? I remember when that shit was going around. Y'all gotta understand, man. First of all, let me just say, because we went through this within the 5735 recently. Listen, man, I'm not the brown recluse. I'm not just called the brown recluse just because it sounds cool. Like I hibernate, man. I get into hibernation mode. And whereas, I mean, yes, me and my brother talk every day, and he's probably the only person that that can get through. But
How did you give that to the Brown Recluse?
well, because I'm a brown recluse is somebody who you don't
But
a
why
recluse.
wasn't Grimm on the H Town Latin? Oh, why weren't you on the Latin mic pass? Yeah, because he is a recluse. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because sometimes I get in hibernation mode, and I'm just telling you, when they were doing the Latin mic test, I remember that when it was going on and everybody, and I think even Shadow was like, "Man, you gonna get on this and everything," and I'll be like, "Nah," and
Yeah, it's
Shadow's like,
kind of
"I,
like you
I,
don't want
I
to
ain't know
miss
what
that
you
kind
need
of
to get
stuff.
on."
Can you imagine if Queen would have missed the Live Aid?
And I'm not scared,
Oh,
bro. Look, it's
you
just
gotta show up. That's why he's asking why you missed the Latin mic thing, man. See, you can't be missing that kind of shit, dog.
that's
You know
not
what I'm
that's
saying?
not true. I can miss what I see. This is see, you're just proving my point. I can miss what the fuck I want to miss.
Hey, we can do
I
the
can
things
miss
on
whatever
after.
I want to miss.
That's where that line comes from, y'all.
I don't
From
I don't
on
regret
the
it. I
space
don't
bar.
regret it. I probably would have killed it anyway. You know what I'm saying? They would have been mad as shit. Oh, fuck this motherfucker, man. Came over, this old ass motherfucker came and fucked everybody up. Shit like usual.
Win
I
third.
sure as hell would have went hard with it. Yeah,
Nah.
definitely. 'Cause that's another thing.
Okay,
See,
okay,
hey,
calm
I
down.
can't write to it.
Cálmate.
That's another. I can't write to it. I'm not a freestyler. So I'm gonna have to pull up something that I've already written. You know what I mean? That's just me. But when I'm in hibernation mode, by the way, I'm
Yeah.
writing. I'm writing. That's how we got this
I'm
album
just
out.
tripping that Thomas, I mean the Third Coast Classics, brought up Marty, dog. Marty from Warpath, man. That
Marty.
shit is, I mean,
Bro,
because
me and
he was the
Marty, so
coldest.
we were supposed to put, that's another reason. Like, they don't realize that Marty and Russell Lee have a link.
Yeah, there you go.
The whole point
From
of
Warpath.
Marty and Warpath being there was because I told Carlos when he first recruited me from Jam Down, I said, cool, but I just want to let you know, like, sooner than later, I want to do a I want to do a rock rap album.
That's dope.
And that's why he got a hold of. I found you a drummer. I found you a guitarist. I found you a bassist. I found you. You need a keyboardist. I needed. You know what I mean? We wanted to go crazy, and we were doing it. That's why did we never do it? Fucking Carlos. And we had one song that was Vampire, and that motherfucker was by Beezy's brother. Who was that? Mario.
Man, Beautiful Vampire. I tell you what, dude. Beautiful Vampire is one song. Mark, if you're in here, we gotta freaking redo that song, man. But I want to do it slower so people can really listen to your lyrics because that's a cold ass story. We should get that. Man, I'd love to hear "Beautiful Vampire" on a vampire movie soundtrack sometime. 35 minutes into the show, man. We here for a power hour, man. This is what it is, man. After you go to Instagram at 7 p.m. Central every single Thursday, we come here, man, at 8:05 ish. We take a little, break, intermission, and we come back here at YouTube, man. Grim and Shadow TV. We're trying to go live here, man. Hopefully, we can get more people to tune in. Don't forget, man, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification. So, what I'm saying, when we go on and we put something out new, man, you get that notification. Sunflower Power, that strip for sun, Paul. I don't know if you got that. You know what I'm saying? It says, I thought we need to, yeah, we got to do it, Mark. You know what I'm saying? But see, Paul is like molasses sometimes. Like you said, he gets brown reclusious and he hibernates. What did he say? Like a bear? Who played the guitar on their Something About Mary? That shit is fire. There's something, there's something about Mary. Hotan made that song? Who made that song?
I have no
I
idea.
want to say, if you look it up, I think it was Hotan.
I can't look
They
it up. I
made
was just
something
trying to
about
play
me,
shit now, and it
bro.
won't
You
let me
need to
play.
start getting your stuff, your laptop shit together, man. I appreciate y'all coming in here, man, and
Are
checking
you
us out, man.
fucking with
That's
me
what it
right
is.
now?
We are the gas
Are
gang,
you
Grim and
really
Show.
fucking with me right now?
Not right now, you know what I'm saying, but I was a second ago. The paramedics won. Y'all got any unreleased music that never saw the day of light? Man, hell yeah, we got
Hold
that.
on, let me. You
Mark,
want to play? Want me to? Man, let's see if I
Mark,
can do this.
Mark played it. Mark, God, Dewey. There's this one song we keep. Okay, I'll give you one that I like to put out like this ASAP. We did since day one to this last album, the title track. We actually have one that's called. Well, I call it "Scratch My Balls," but we put balls in my word. And my boy Fidel was supposed to scratch it, but my boy DJ Main Event man actually did the cuts on it, and we haven't put that out. Mario said he about to head out. It's 9:40 in the ATL. Damn, I gotta get up early. I see you, man. We might have to do this a little bit earlier, Paul. I'm just saying.
Well,
The
fuck,
earlier
fuck
bird.
Instagram. We just go straight. We
Mario
just
says, always remember the earliest bird might get the worm, but the second mouse always gets the cheese. Ah, cheese. All right, man. Hey, man, I'll be at work tomorrow too, man. Hey, at least it's Friday, man. This is Thursday Eve. Friday Eve. I don't know why I
so
said Thursday.
so should we
Tonight,
just go?
tonight
Should
is
we just,
Friday Eve.
again, bro?
Huh? No, you started talking over me on that one. That was a foul on you. That's a foul, man. Hey,
But
rewind,
no,
dude.
but the drill,
Instant
Shadow,
replay.
the drill. You're missing the drill, bro. The drill. Listen,
Bro,
listen, listen. The drill is when we cover each other, we both supposed to stop. Huh?
Hmm. I'm listening.
Yeah. Whenever I say something, I talk a little bit over you, like I'm trying to say something, then you stop and you go, huh? And I'm like, oh,
Huh?
okay, go, my bad. You go and I'll go. But you don't never stop.
Wow, man. Psh, all right. Hey,
You
peace.
see? You
SPC
see how he
Shorty,
does that,
peace.
dog? He's just
Peace out. Still have 10 more hours of work, man. Working the night shift. I already know, man. I used to love the night shift sometimes, man. It's a love hate relationship on the night shift, man. Do you think? Out, man. Peace, man. Thanks for coming in, man. Let your people know, man. Come join us, man. Whenever you want to come out. Peace out. Still have 10 more. Sister Thomas said, whatever happened to J Lo and Little Russ? They had a jamming album on Unified Records,
two-tone
Two
label.
Tones label. Are you talking about Two Tones from the guy who made pretty much? See, he made Power Moves. He made the third mix,
Time is
and he
money.
made Thomas Money. So he made three title tracks for SPM. Is that who you're talking about, J Lo and Little Russ? I'd have to look them up, man. See, unfortunately, some things I don't remember. Like I'll meet up with some people, like what I'm saying. I'll be, oh shit, and they'll spark that because man, it's a lot of shit. But I do remember T Tone, and I do remember the names J Lo and Little Russ, and I'm sure Unified. I do remember Unified Records from Toto. So I don't know, man. Two Tone. I saw Two Tone. The last time I seen Two Tone was at the '48 album. It was the Day of Unity. It was one of at the original Dope House, and there was tons of people there. It was a successful Day of Unity,
See,
and
yeah,
that
that's
was the
him.
last
That's
time I
him.
seen Two Tone. Yeah, that's when I seen Two Tone. Two Tone's a cold motherfucker. Motherfucker played guitar and everything. I mean, he was good. He's a dope ass producer. I would
Hold on,
like to
real quick,
see
Shadow.
what's
Hold
up.
on.
Probably have to look him up on YouTube, or just look him up on Facebook. Man, that's what it is. Everybody finds each other on Facebook and YouTube nowadays. It's a new world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come from Generation X, man, but like we didn't have all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we weren't even thinking about recording ourselves. We were just out doing shit, just fucking doing shit. We should have recorded a lot of stuff. I wish we would have documented a lot more. Uh, but we have a lot of pictures, and that's why we on here because what I'm saying. A lot of people ask us about crazy questions or back then what we used to go through and shit. Coming up in the game, you know what I'm saying? He did Texas Baller CDs. Yeah, that's him. They had a song. They had a song "Shotgun Wedding." I don't remember that song, but I'm sure, man, them boys will go hard because the production was already tight with Two Tone. That's for sure. Two Tone. And that's the thing. In this game, like team producers, man, like some producers, they don't get the flack, they don't get the recognition that they really deserve. You know what I'm saying? They put out many hits. You know what I'm saying? Under the scope. You know what I'm saying? And like Mikey and CeeLo's and my boy Rebel, man, that boy's cold, and Two Tone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's so many of us out here, man. We're just, collectively making, beats for a lot of these artists. DLP comes to mind. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful Monsters, man. I've been listening to their
He
shit
said,
lately. I've been,
Grim,
what?
you ever work with Kid Frost? I haven't worked. I don't think I have a song with Kid Frost. But I've been around. I've been around Kid Frost a lot of times. I've been. I mean, I know Kid Frost because of Bash through Bash. Bash was in a group called Latino Velvet with Kid Frost. When they first came over here, as a matter of fact, that's how Bash. That's how Bash got involved with Houston. He was coming over here with Kid Frost when Carlos was flying Kid Frost out for car shows. This was back in the early 2000s and shit 1990s, man, actually. And Bash started coming to Houston with Kid Frost because, like I said, him, Cisco, Kid Frost, Bash, Cisco, and JT were in a group called Latino Velvet. And so that's how he came there. And then of course me and Bash became really, really close and got an apartment. We all were roommates. And once I started going on the road with Bash, after Carlos got locked up, we were doing shows with Bash. Of course, him and Frost are really close. And so every time we went, everywhere we went, and if Frost was around, I mean, they were all close. So yeah, I've been around Frost a lot, but ever get to do a song with him? Man, I can't remember. I don't think so though. I mean, it's crazy. We've done enough and been around each other enough that I can't remember, but I don't think so. It's crazy. That's a good question, actually.
That is a good question because I've seen or seen or been around Frost, but never did work with him. The closest I got to working with him was when we was in the studio and I was doing basically the engineering on the song that they did Catroches with Low G, and then you had the song that he did with SPM.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
in the video, in
so
the video, in the video. That's what I'm saying.
and,
Carlos and Frost were really close. That's all from that time. Whenever those are the car show era, and so I mean, Lowrider magazine and all the other car shows are involved. And again, Texas car shows were huge, and as any chance that Carlos could get, he would invite Frost. They were really close.
definitely,
And not only for
yeah,
car shows, I mean, they were doing, they were just clubbing. They were out clubbing together. So
yeah. Oh
crazy.
man, it was a different scene when Carlos was out and the scene was out. I mean, shit. Everywhere we would go, it was a fucking it was a crowd. There was a lot of Mexicans. It's like what I see with Mexicans on T right now. You know what I'm saying? And his following. I mean, it was that addictive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So shout
we
out
were
shout
talking
out to
about that
Mexican T.
before on previous shows, the Instagram shows. How we were
Hold
saying
on.
Mexican OT right now, it reminds me of what Carlos was doing.
Back then, you know what I'm saying? The whole, because I got a little, I got a glimpse of OG before he got famous. And one of his, and Carlos had called it. He told me before he got famous, Carlos was like, hey, and I had already sinned. There you go. Once again, sin. My boy, that sin. Put me on to Mexican OT. And
Yeah.
he was saying, that boy right there, he's going to be the next one. He was
Well,
saying
that's
it before everybody.
Tex,
And then and Infamous Tex was doing his thing exactly too. And for
straight out
sure,
of Texas.
the straight out of Texas, and which was what brought him
Now
out.
you
But
talk about the mic pass, right? That's something. I mean, I know Tex, of course, Sin, and they invited me to be on Straight Out of Texas, go down there and do all that. And now that's something I definitely kind of regret, not going down there and not only because of the exposure,
but
because
just because of Tex,
Because of Tex doing what he's doing
yeah,
and
Tex.
being
Shout out
around
to
him
Tex.
and Sin and they're being really to support him, right? That's one thing that I regret
Brothers
is that
support each other.
my
You know what I'm saying?
absence kind of comes across as I don't give a shit. And it's not that I don't give a shit. It's that I give a shit about more other things, like God and family, right? God first,
God
family second.
first, family second. You know what I'm
So if
saying?
my daughter's
Everything else
gonna
is
have some soccer tournaments, I don't give a damn what rap's doing, to be honest. So
but
and that's the
but
problem with our album right now. That's what
damn, he went on a whole wow, you went on a whole nother goddamn
I
But
mean,
shout out. The
man.
thing about it is that the thing about it is that shout out to everybody that's behind Mexican OT doing his thing. SPM. It's the same surge. We had the same surge back then when Carlos was out. It was just like everybody was around it, and you didn't want to miss nothing, so you were always trying to be around it. So it was kind of cool. Us only. He said, "Beautiful monsters." Bringing up beautiful monster if it was Lost Souls. I don't know if it was Lost Souls, but I think it is the same crew. They just got some dope. You go follow them. Follow Beautiful
Man,
Monsters. They got
Beautiful
some dope.
Monsters, I love it, man. Shadow needs to get into this. This is what production is really about. This is what I've seen Shadow doing all his life. He needs to be in what Beautiful Monsters, what I like. They do tracks. You got to go check them out. If you haven't checked them out, motherfuckers are dope. I love it. Mexicans doing some shit. But really, Shadow needs to be doing what they're doing as far as the soundtracks, the movie soundtracks,
Yeah,
and
no, they got they on another level. See, you know what I'm saying?
because
And
really
you're right.
that's their thing. Yeah, Shadow, you know,
I don't say I need to, but I might want to get into that for sure. You know what I'm saying?
it's long
That's
overdue. It's just like me doing voiceovers, man. I should be like,
doing scores. I was talking to Lisa the Brad about doing scores for movies. In fact, that's what I was talking about to shout out to
because I don't
Showdown
think
and
people realize how Shadow how much you spend time on sounds. That's I don't think people realize how much. I mean, yeah, you make beats, but you
well,
also are
the,
also making sounds and shit. You know
the,
that
well, the thing is
music.
that yeah, I'm not trying to sample as much as I do sample still, but I'm really trying to create sounds. You know what I'm saying? That people already, they go to these different, sites and they get all these different loops and they get all these they get all these different things that they can get on, Spice and all this other shit. There's so many different things you can get. I'm the kind of guy that I like to create the sound, put it into the MPC, twerk it. You know what I'm saying? Tweak it a little bit here, twerk it.
Although I will say this, Shadow is probably one of the best. Now you've been doing it so long, one of the best samplers because sometimes
Oh
sampling is like you got to take
no!
pieces of a sample to make the full sample,
If
or you can take a sample. Well, Shadow does. I can't do it. It could take a sample and you can't recognize the motherfucker.
right, right. I like to take a sample and then make it to where you can't recognize where it came
Right,
from.
right. A lot of people do that. I mean, you see all these
Uh,
big songs, and that's what they do. So that's pretty dope.
Tone G asked a question. I'm gonna cut you off. I said, Shadow, you got any unreleased Bean tracks y'all ever gonna release? The most hated on vinyl. If we're gonna, oh, okay, I need that. Uh, I have. The last thing I did with Bean was acting bad on my hustle town, and I got a lot of different kind of criticism on that because I put 5, 6 different beats under a long, people said I should have made that what he gave me. I should have probably broke it down in like 3 songs. I put it in one song because he's just a mastermind like that. I wanted to show what he did on my track, and what he does is he'll just break the whole motherfucker all the way through, no matter how long I make it. And that's what he did. So he gave me this big old long spit. So what I'm doing is people got upset because it was 5 different beats. So now I got this one beat, and I'm gonna put it out and so that people can hear it, just get
SPC
us the
Jordan King
unreleased
said that's what I
remix.
told Nip. He needs to get into horror movie soundtracks, man. That's where it's at, bro. Like I said, Beautiful Monsters. They're not the first, and they won't be the last. But I do respect what they're doing because, again, they're Latinos. But also, it's somebody that's within our circles, man. That's doing something that you only really, it's sad because going again. I divert a little bit, but being with Bash, I got exposed to those studios. I got exposed to the Sonys, and I'm talking about L.A the Sony studios and the Universal and the big studios, right?
Sun
When you
Studio,
walk in and you see people like,
Sun
oh,
City,
you get starstruck just walking in. And
Capital.
but a lot of times they're not only just working on albums. A lot of those people are in there working on soundtracks for movies, and we're talking about a score, right? And
Right. That's what I
that
want to do.
that is where there's good money in that. So yes, that would Nip would
Hey,
be great, just with his creativity and his thinking.
there's
Uh
good money in voiceover too. It was a dark, lonely night.
man, I missed my mark, bro. I should have been
Do
doing
voiceover.
voiceover for years.
What?
I should have been doing voiceover. Cassette, I mean third coach,
How low can you go? Huh?
what was the feeling the first time hearing your music blasting out of a passing car or seeing your album on the shelves? Man, that's another good fucking question. And I remember, again, it's one of those things like 9/11, right? You remember where you were, right? And both of them. I remember And the great thing was I was in my neighborhood. The first thing you said was first time hearing your music blasting out of a passing car. I was in the southeast. I was on Reveille Boulevard, Reveille Park, Street, right? Going up Reveille. And and it wasn't even like I could recognize the car. It wasn't like we were sitting at a light passing by, you know, and we could hear a piece of our music. It was the album. It was the first. It was our album, the Making the Matter Worse. And I can't remember what song it was, but I remember, and Philetto was with me. I don't know if he
No,
remembers.
if I remember, and I think you'll get this when I tell you, it was easy to notice because it was the saxophone from SELS. And all you heard was like, yeah, like where you could hear it coming in. Yeah.
I want to say it was, believe it or not, it was the Beatles sample. I want to say it was
Oh,
Zombie.
walking like a zombie
Yeah. And
could be
remember, Philetto and Balasso
that.
lived with me. They lived at my behind the house. So when we were going home of Reveille, Park Place in Reveille, right there by that Circle K, we're going home, and I can remember because you can remember where you were at, man. I can still remember. And we heard, I think it was, and wait, was that the Beatles or was that our song? And so we wanted to follow them, right? Like, let's go catch up to them, right? Let's go see what. And we catch up right before we get to like Dixie and shit. And we're sitting there catching up, coming up to the light and shit. We hear you like, that's our shit, fool. That's our shit. That's our fucking shit. That's our shit. But we didn't want to. We didn't want to look too stupid. We wanted to be all cool, so we weren't gonna be all hanging out the window.
What were you driving? What were you
My
driving?
Monte Carlo. It
The
was
Great Monte
my
Carlo.
great Monte Carlo. And when we first heard the see, so he said a song, and then what was it? What was the other one he said?
The first time seeing our album on the shelves, that
Oh,
was easy.
that
We
was
were at Sam Goody and
that was
Golf
at
Gate.
Sam Goody. No, Sam Goody. Yeah, Sam Goody and Gulf Gate. And the
Yeah.
reason why it was because we had worked so hard to get the end caps and put them on our shelves and everything.
Well, what they don't know about the end caps is that we put it out distributors. I think it was Southwest Wholesale and Robert Gilman, and he promised us that at the end of because you had the rows, the shelves, and at the
Yeah, it was
end of
gonna
the
be in the
shelf,
G's. It was gonna be. I'm sorry, it was gonna be in the G's for Grimm, the most. But it
under
was
the
also
wrap,
gonna be on the end of the aisle where you can, on the end cap. It's called an end cap.
well, at the end, it's real estate basically. At the beginning of the aisle, before you go down the aisle, right there in the beginning, he would put a little thing, and it was just for us with our poster up there, with CDs right there, so they could
Oh,
grab right there. And Sam Goody
50,
was
like
dope
50
because
CDs, man.
the Sam Goody was dope because they had a place in a portion of the store where you can go into like a little booth, or you just put on some headphones. I mean, and
Right.
you can listen to the album before you buy it.
Vinyl or CD.
And so they had our CD in that booth, like not a booth, but it's like a little station
It
right
was
there.
1 through 10. Remember,
Yeah, it was
it was
one
the
through
top
10.
10.
Yeah, top 10, and our shit was like number 1 or 2 or 3,
Yep.
and we're like, oh shit, motherfuckers would go over there and you could listen to it, and you press play, turn it up and shit. That shit was dope.
It was
So I
either
do
top
that.
10 of
That
the
was the
week or
coolest
by the
shit.
month or whatever. And we had to now think, politics, right? You think, oh man, this is top 10 shit. And these are the best players.
Ah,
And
chica.
what you find out is no motherfuckers paid for that shit. So which we did. We paid for those caps and we in caps and we paid for the listening booth. But shit.
Yeah, that was
Mhm.
dope. Mark Kidney said he got K Reno a voiceover job 20 years ago with an advertising agency, Easy Money. Ah, chica, this stuff. I can see K Reno.
I can't tell you how much like Ed O'Connor, you were talking about Ed O'Connor, people with the radio, and then with my voice, I can't tell you how many side jobs, like an electrician, right? I got side jobs doing voiceovers. And now today we're going to work with on 97.9 the box. I would do that, and people would, and then some people would recognize me like in corporates because this was in corporates, and people were like, "Hey man, I could swear I heard you do the countdown
And now the
on
top 10
D95.
of the
And now
bumping
the
and bumping, bumping
number
and bumping.
nine. Anyways,
Number 9. Nobody the ghost. He says, yo, Grim and Shadow, the twins, what's up? Los Cuates.
What's up?
Hey, we're coming on the 50. We're coming on the power hour, man. I want to thank everybody for coming over here, man. Straight from Instagram. I appreciate
All
you.
12 of y'all.
All of y'all, man. It's cool as fuck, dude. Gas Gang members, thanks for the thumbs up. Tell your
Remember
friends,
this.
tell your
The
families.
first show,
Hey,
12,
first
12
show,
views.
man. You know what I'm saying? This is how we do it on YouTube. And this is what we do, man. That goo right there, man. That's Grim 713.
You went the wrong way. That dude right there is Shadow.
Okay, well, you're on the other side. So
No,
that
do
dude right
that.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, but it doesn't look like it from my side. But anyway,
Oh,
there you go. There you go. Do that. There you go. That guy right there. That's Grim.
that guy right there is Shadow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And man, we right here, man. This is the gas show, also known as the Grim and Shadow Show. Tune
Hey,
in every single Thursday, 8
hey,
p.m.
look out
Central.
for y'all. Look out in your emails. You're gonna get an invite to the Zoom show. That's a whole nother fucking thing, bro. Y'all gonna
That
love that shit.
part, and we're gonna leave with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Probably talk about Zoom for the rest of the fucking world. Third Coast Classics. I appreciate you, guys, gang. Thank you so much, man. We'll see y'all next week. Grim, you know what it is, man. I love you, bro.
I love you, Shadow.
I love you, bro. Peace.
I love you.
I love you, dog. Yeah, bro.